What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching my last video in regards to sex, men, and women. So, I actually have another question. This question was actually posed in my group. I also shared this post to my actual social media page and on another group just to get a few different opinions. It did not go over well in one group. It wasn't anything negative or harsh, but people were focusing more so on one part of the question versus the initial question. So, the question was, why is it that most, I'm not going to say all, why is it that most men, let's say majority, majority of the men think that it's okay to have sex with a woman while she's asleep. And what I mean by have sex with a woman while she's asleep, I know that you all know what I'm talking about, but for the women that are watching, you're in the bed and you're asleep. Your boyfriend, the person you're dating, seeing whatever, he inserts himself in you while you are asleep. He sees that you are asleep, but yet he proceeds to do so. So he's pumping and pumping and pumping and whatever, you eventually wake up. So my question was, why do men think it's okay to do that when a woman is in the bed asleep? Now, look at it like this. Let's say your child, your daughter, she's 21 years of age. She is with her boyfriend at his house. They are asleep. The boyfriend proceeds to insert himself in your daughter while she is asleep. What do you say to that? So your daughter, she has an issue with it. She comes to you and says, "Mom, Dad, this is what my boyfriend does." What do you say to her as a parent? And in the group, a lot of people were like, who actually does that? Do these things really happen? Just like oblivious that someone would actually do that. And people have been doing this for years. In another group that I'm in, people were more focused on the fact that I said, what if this happened to your child? Now, a lot of women in the group were just like, oh, I don't have a problem with it. I love it. I want my man to wake me up by having sex with me. One lady was like, I'd rather him give me head to wake me up, then we could have sex. So, I mean, to each his own. You have some women who actually are okay with it. You have some that are not. One lady said, well, if I don't, he's just going to find somebody else that will. And you're okay with that. So your reasoning behind allowing him to do that while you're asleep is because if you don't, he will. Well, he's not your husband. He's just your man. Now, I mean, I'm not married. I've never been married. To each his own, in regards to what you do in your marriage. That's totally up to you. Now, if you have that conversation where, it's understood that, hey, don't do this, and the man proceeds to do it, for me, it's an issue. Because you also have men who don't like it. I had a guy who reached out to me via the inbox and said that he doesn't indulge in things of that nature, and he prefers that his wife does not do it either. If his wife does become horny in the middle of the night and he is asleep, he prefers her to actually give him head versus actually jumping on him, because the reaction won't be the same. At least when it's starting off as oral, he knows that it's his wife, and it makes him more comfortable because he was attacked as a child. He doesn't want that done to him. And people were like, well, if you don't like it done to you, then just say that. But I would never make a post about myself on a social media platform for people for self confirmation. Like, I don't need you to confirm whether or not I should be okay with something. But it's something that happens all the time. It's something that a lot of women are not comfortable with. So, again, my question is why? Why do some men think it's okay? And if you have a reason, I'd rather for you to post it in the comments. Share the video so that I can receive feedback. It's nothing to be, negative about. I think that we are all adults. We all should be able to have a positive conversation in regards to sex and relationships. I'm actually glad that everywhere that I posted this question, there was no cussing, there was no disrespect. People were actually engaged in the conversation and was respectful about it. So I think that even with this YouTube video, you guys would also please me and continue to stay positive about it. And let's just see what people say. I'll be glad if I can get an answer in response to that and not focus on the child aspect of the question, because truth be told, when your child, boy or girl, gets older, they may go through something like that. Now, if your child enjoys it, fine, cool, they enjoys it. But if your child does not, then what? So again, before I end, my question was, why do men insert themselves in women while they're sleeping? I kind of have an idea as to why they do. Two reasons as to why they do. However, share this video. Let's see what people say first before I give you guys my response in regards to it. All right. Over and out.